Hello and welcome back to Jaws Gaming. Today we're going to be speculating about Firestorm and what we know and what we don't know, which is not a lot and a lot. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to brand Get Good Noob on your neighbor's car, as this will really help end the Christmas noob crisis that we are all currently going through across the gaming universe. My god, it's horrible. Anyway, let's jump right on into the video. So what do we know about Firestorm? I'm also going to talk a little bit about the other DLCs that are coming. Well, Firestorm's coming in March. It's slated to be a squad-based battle royale type mode with vehicles and a ring of fire, and it seems pretty cool. It's a Battlefield twist on battle royale. It's probably the only battle royale thing I'll touch all year because I really could care less about battle royale, but we gotta force it in there somehow. Isn't that right, EA? That's right. Anyway, the other thing that is coming with it, which I'm more excited for, is the Greece map. That is coming in the March DLC, which I'm pretty excited for. Greece hasn't been shown off a lot as far as World War II content goes. It's actually a very interesting theater of war. But beyond that, this is supposed to be mostly about Firestorm. So I would guess they're going to have us parachute in just like any other BR game. I mean, we already got parachutes in the game. We already got modes where we parachute in. Seems about right. I do wish they would make it they could have like a solo mode, because like being forced into the squad, I don't know. It'll probably work. I just feel like you should have the option to be like in a solo squad or something like that, like you do in Conquest and just the regular modes. I don't think you should be forced into being in with 4 other people, because sometimes you don't want to run that way. That's just how it is. It is 64 people, which is weird. I thought they would be able to do bigger, but maybe Frostbite is starting to show its age in this iteration, at least. I mean, don't get me wrong, graphically the game looks beautiful, but being able to only get 264 players is kind of small. Even Call of Duty, I think they got like 60 or 80 or something like that. I don't know. I haven't been all into the Black Ops, Blackout stuff. Not really my type of game. Anyway, I would have thought they'd been able to get more players, but this makes me also question the size of the map they're going to have for Firestorm. I don't think it's going to be that huge. Now, as far as what the map contains, some people think that it could be a mix of Battlefield favorite maps, like some iconic points and maps and things like that. Jack Frags has a great video about that. Another thing it could be, which I've seen speculated a little bit, is it could be a combination of different locations from World War II. The reason I don't think it'll be that one is because they probably don't have all those locations fully rendered out yet, so having a Pacific theater, a Russia theater, all kind of mashed into what they already have, it's probably not going to work out so well. If they were to do that, we would probably get a little bit of Greece, a little bit of France, a little bit of the Netherlands, and North Africa. That's about it. It wouldn't be a lot. Which, I mean, they could add on as Tides of War goes, but that would be kind of strange. I'm sure they'll have different Firestorm maps. That would be cool as well. You could have one that's the European theater. That one could release with the initial drop of Firestorm, and then you could have a North African one, which you could also release sooner or later. And then you could have like an Eastern Front one, and then you could have a Pacific one. You could even do one with like major cities. You could have like Tokyo, Berlin, Stalingrad, Moscow, Paris, all those places, Rome, all those places like that mashed into one. I don't know how they're going to do it. Just some ideas thrown out there. Honestly, I feel like they would go for the iconic Battlefield map locations, because that seems like, you know, they're assets they already have, and they just can kind of stitch them all together, have Frostbite kind of kick them up a notch to where they need to be, and then you're kind of good from there. A little bit easier, but who knows? We don't have a lot of information They did tease a little bit on Twitter that we would be getting some information soon, possibly. Hopefully we get that around early January with the next Tides of War update, which will be lightning strikes, which I'm actually very excited for, because that would obviously, if you know anything about World War II, Blitzkrieg is the lightning attack. It's going to be about the Blitz, which technically the first one would be, because they did kind of blitz all of Europe. Anyway, doesn't really matter. I'm not going to get into all that. But it'll probably be talking about like the Battle of Britain and what was going on in the war at that time, which I'm interested in because that could mean more aerial combat. If you guys don't know, I am a big fan of aerial combat. I just don't do it a lot because there's not a lot to do in the game right now. But if they're to add like a bomber mode or something like that, somewhere like you could along those lines, that would be pretty awesome. Anyway, that's all I have as far as speculation goes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, get good, noob, and you guys know what to do down below. Anyways, you guys are awesome, and I will see you guys in the next video.